Seraphim17 here, once again with part 4 of the Alan Wake, the Writer DLC video walkthrough, and as you can see, I am getting my ass handed to me. Right then, I had people spawn in front of me, I had people spawn behind me, and the lighthouse didn't swing around fast enough, so I'm in a bad situation right now. My life is really low. Luckily enough, I had flares, and they will save your ass, but as you can see, 2 times then, the enemy spawned doing the attack, just then, look at him, but I dodge him, thankfully. And that's what will happen if you push this a little too quick or if you stay a little too slow. They will spawn on you mid move, attacking you, and there's nothing you can really do unless you get lucky with the dodge. So try to be a little quicker than I am when I'm stood here at the back, but don't be too fast so that you get yourself in a bad situation. And right here, I'm in trouble, so I drop a flare, I try and clear out these mountain ranges, and I'm running, I'm just flaring like a motherfucker because I know I'm in trouble. But the further you go, the more clears you're going to see and the more openings for the lighthouse to save your ass. So just be very careful. And look, they're just everywhere. It's like there's a sale on somewhere and everybody's rushing there because it's fucking Christmas to try and buy shit. And luckily enough, I think they must have got cleaned away by the lighthouse because there wasn't so many on me. And I can see the light now, so if you see the light, you might as well just run it because you're getting close to a checkpoint. There's more of them, but I don't care. There's light, and I'm bombing it, and here we go. It's never so simple, is it? 2 people spawn in front of me. Bad situation, but luckily enough, light gets you your life back, so you don't have to sit around. And this is the next section, which is identical to the one we just passed. It's just on a higher altitude. So just wait for your shit to get back, and progress onwards. And it's pretty much the same from here on out. It's just a case of don't get too overcrowded. If you start getting in trouble, use your flares. I mean, hopefully you'll have more than 2 at this moment in time, because I didn't manage that last section very well, but this section I manage a lot more. A lot better, should I say. There we go, lighthouse 1, dark dudes 0. And we're getting much closer now, but for a second I kind of forget where I'm supposed to be going, so I think, is it down there, is it down here? Look, I'm looking across there, it's not down there. There's just a clear sign, which does help. But as you can tell, saved by the lighthouse once more. And I do remember the first time I played through this, and I did not have half as much trouble as I had when I was recording, so it's all to do with the game. You can get lucky, you can get unlucky, so don't be disheartened if you get absolutely gang raped at this moment in time, because it's like kind of like Left 4 Dead, if you've ever played that, with the director being a dickhead and just sending nothing but hordes at you when you've got a tank, and it's like, seriously, give us a fucking break kind of thing. And that's kind of what this moment is. So push as fast as you can, you will do it. It's not that bad, it just looks worse than it is. And this is the end of the DLC. This is the final confrontation. And this distance, I'm going to fuck them off right away and get in here, but I get smacked because that dude's faster than me, because hillbillies can run apparently. And get in the light and replenish everything.
The lighthouse. I was relieved to have made it here, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen now.
And you'll see me switch to my shotgun here, because I'm thinking I'm going to be coming up against some close quartered ones, because once again, if you played the main game, there are areas like this where dudes busted through planks and stuff, and there were always the axe fellas with the big sheriff hats. So I was always on the ball to bring out my big guns and take care of those dudes in close proximity.
Zane had left me. I wasn't sure what the dark presence had done to him if he couldn't follow.
And here we go once again with another overly long staircase. This dude's going to be fit as shit by the end.
I would never have made it by myself.
Not that it's going to help him run any faster, because the guy doesn't like running. Must be asthmatic or something. And up here is the last shine your light on the words to get where you need to be moment, I believe. And I'm looking around because I'm thinking there might be some stuff here, but I don't think there is. If there is, it didn't aid me in any way. So cutscene time. And here we are once again on familiar territory. And you'll notice the first thing I do here is I run back up this lane because
I was starting to
on the main
understand
game, listen to me like a fucking broken record, there was collectibles at the top of this hill. There was a thermos flask. If you've not got it, it is there. And I was thinking maybe there was going to be like an ammo cache or something like that. But it turns out I think there's just one of those video game collectibles that are in this DLC, and I've already got it, so this is a wasted journey. So if you just full business, you're not wanting to dick about with this, just carry on the road I was on, carry on, cross all the things. You're not going to fight any enemies, you're just going to be talked to by Barry, and he's going to introduce the fact that he is going to be one of the last bosses, basically. And it just takes me a few minutes to get my ass back down there, because, as I said, this dude doesn't like running, as he's probably going to fuck his jacket up, and as you can see, that shit's tailored. But look at this, man. This game is beautiful for what it is. It just looks stunning for the kind of area it's trying to evoke. It's just, oh, I'm a big fan. And a lot of people I know have shit on this game, and a lot of them haven't even played it. So it's a big fuck you to them, because this game is, I think it's a special kind of game. It's not going to win all the awards, it's not going to change the mechanics or reinvent the wheel, but what it does it does fantastically.
Hey, Al. Feeling kind of depressed here. What?
I do think though that these DLCs are probably not the best representation of the game. They do introduce some nice elements that I've mentioned before, but especially the signal, man. I was so bummed out when I played the signal, because that had a similar achievement where you've got to do this without dying, and I died pretty soon into it, because it was one of those moments where, unless you know it's coming, because it's very scripted, you just get dicked. And it was like some Ninja Gaiden 2 kind of shit, where it's just it looks clear, and then 70 dudes come and slap me with a cox, and I'm done.
What I'm saying is the only way you're getting in that cabin is through me.
But keep moving down on here. Don't worry if you're low on ammo, if you're low on anything like that. You're going to get 2 massive ammo dumps, and you're basically going to take on the really fast versions of the dark ones. And one of them is the therapist you've been talking to, the asshole from the game. 2 of them are the Norse, metal band dudes that you saw in the cafe and in the mental asylum place. And then the last one's going to be Barry in 3 different stages, but it's nothing to worry about. The only real threat on this fight is the birds, and I've already bitched about the birds, but they're a fucking nuisance, and the sooner you get rid of them, the better, because they will help you so much more if you can kill them quickly. Another thing to note, this is kind of treated like horde mode. They come in waves, and each wave comes with a set of birds. So there you go, your first guy turns up and it's one of those fast dudes, so just keep tracking him and watch for the birds, kill him as quick as you can. I was kind of dicing with him and dicing with the birds, and I use a flare there, which I probably shouldn't have. But that's one bird killed, and I think the birds run away now, so it's just me and this dude. And it's you and me, you're not going to last, because as soon as you break that shield, these guys are cream puffs. So just keep shooting. They generally take about 7 to 8 bullets, depending on what you're using. If you've still got your hunting rifle, that's going to dick them in maybe 3 or 4. But once again, another fella comes, more birds. And there we go, there's the 2 rock dudes. They're actually carrying guitars as well, that's what they hit you with. And them goddamn birds. Whoever on the design team thinks throwing birds in on any confrontation adds an element of strategy to the game is a fucking retard. All it is it adds a cheap element. And there we go again, I'm not watching my flanks, so just be careful of both of the brothers. And luckily enough I got rid of the birds again, so priority is always the birds. I'm not giving a good example of getting rid of them first, but it works either way. And now his shield's down, I can dick him with the magnum. Good night, son. And then there's just his... oh no, his brother was down as well, so that's another wave gone. And it's Barry time, and you see the birds there, so I'm ready for them, but they don't dive bomb me straight away. There they do, but I got them with a flare. And they come again, do I? There, that is the perfect example of how to kill the birds if you can. I kind of looked out on that though. If you swing your torch at the apex of their dive, you will generally kill them all. And for this wave, oh, I tell a lie, there are still more, because there were a couple of birds, but there you go, there's dwindling in the numbers, and it's just me and Barry once again. And more fucking birds, listen to me. Jesus Christ, there's a ton of birds when you find Barry, but stay on top of them, you should be fine. And once his gold aura is gone, it's time for him to say hello to my boomstick, and he doesn't last very long, but he comes back. And there you go.
God, you're driving me
More
nuts.
birds, more Barry. It's like a goddamn party. Once again, if you have any resources, this is the final encounter. Use them all. Use your flares, use every gun you've got. Chuck batteries in. You don't have to worry about this shit. Once you've done this, you've beat it, and you've got your achievement if you don't die. And these guys are fast, man. You've got to be on your toes. I should really be throwing batteries in, and there I go. Checking for birds, because I don't trust the skies. And he just does not want to play, this guy. He's evading me like a bitch. But as soon as I do get him, I'm going to slap him like a giant black dildo, and he goes down quick as hell. Come on, son. Stop being a boy, Anus. Let me get you. And I mean, look at him, he's trying, I'll give him that much. He's a tryhard. But there it goes, it only lasts so long. And here we go. Arnie Terminator 2. In a cascade of roses cruising down that corridor. Good night. And here I go, grabbing a ton of ammo, thinking that I might have to fight again, because I'm not quite sure. But don't worry, this deal is done. You've pretty much finished it now. It's just a little bit more exposition and the cutscenes.
It's too dark. Where am I? I can't find my way. Why is this happening to me? I can't find my way. It's too dark. Why is this happening to me? Just like that, my mind was clear. Zane had been right. I could think clearly again. But I couldn't survive in this place the way he had, and I might not make it back a second time. Leaving this place would be hard. Maybe impossible. It wouldn't take much for my thoughts to stray again. It was too easy to get lost in the dark place. Before, I was ready to curl up and die. Let myself slip away. But here I was. The yet unwritten future waiting to unfold before me. A sequel to Departure. My name is Alan Wake, and I'm
Roll on Alan Wake 2. I mean, it's handled episodically like a season, so there's no excuse for them now not to use the fantastic engine they've got and come up with a whole bunch of different innovative game mechanics. That shit's gonna be epic. And there you go, people. You have now officially finished it. You've done your DLC. You've just got to go back and get your collectibles if that's your thing. If it's not, you're gonna get a nice little 50G achievement at the end of this. Once you skip the song, it pops during the credits, so don't panic if it doesn't pop straight away. You will get it, I assure you, as long as you didn't die or reload. And I hope you enjoyed this video walkthrough. It's the first one I've done. It's obviously not the best, but it should help, and I hope it's been entertaining enough. Comment, rate, do whatever you can. There's the achievement, a nice 50G. And subscribe if you want. You're a legend if you do. And I'm going to be bringing you a lot more gameplay, so keep focused on my channel.